Wow, come on then. Well done, well done, well done. And we're going into the magic hours. Here we go. Cool. So, next up, we have one of our key partners, both here and across Cambridgeshire, Cambridge Regional College. We've got Dan Cahill, Kerry Attfield. Come and sit on our sofas.
Hey.
Let's talk education. Positively. Awesome. Welcome. You go, dude.
Out the way.
You tell they work in education. They've got notes.
Oh,
They've got notes.
is this the education slot?
Oh
Yes.
Adult education, though, right? We're taking on adult education.
Well, no, it's kind of. It's got its. Yeah,
It
makes
still
sense.
has its.
Yes, it's the
challenges.
pathway exactly.
Well, we'll let you lead our discussion. So, do you want to introduce yourselves, your roles at Cambridge Regional College, and then Dan, just take lead on where you want to start this conversation.
Do you want to go first or me? Yeah, I'm Dan. I'm a local St Neots for majority of my life.
Sneeze legend.
I don't know about that.
Mate, he gets involved in everything.
Try to. Yeah, so I've been at CRC for about 6 years. I'm an ex-builder, coming to education, completely retrained, and I've been lucky enough to sort of have good support from my team, as well as from the college as well, and they give me the opportunity to basically be here eventually through obviously a few slight tweak with my job role, which went from trainer to now recruitment as well as trainer as well. So it's my job to get people onto courses, speak to people, give a little bit of direction to those that don't know what they want to do, and obviously I like the opportunity to do events like this, so I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, awesome to have you, man. Go on, legend.
Hello.
Energy. She's at that energy as well.
Yes.
I'm Kerry Attfield. I've been working at CRC on and off for many, many years, but I've been back for 6. I moved to Cambridgeshire in the early 90s, showing my age. I'm a retired hairdresser.
Nice.
And I had my own salon and had students come to the salon, and then they took me to the college.
Oh, that's nice. That's
okay.
cute.
So, and then I started teaching, assessing, and making my way up, and found out a lot about myself. And now I am employer engagement director, and I look after helping people get apprenticeships, online courses, full-time study, skills boot camp, and it is very interesting, and I'm very lucky.
Love that.
Yeah, these are good guys.
Massive shout.
So what's lovely? So Cambridge Regional College has been a huge part of the story of the Citizen Hub, right? So I mean, firstly, you're all so Jason was here earlier, popped in. You know, Kate was sending messages. Like, you're here all the time, and you're part of it, but at a human level. So I remember being sat in here when it was just like tatters, basically, this space, and with Kate DaCosta. So big shout to Kate, because she was a real catalyst in this. And I remember her saying explicitly then, I'm not here as Cambridge Regional College, I'm here as Kate. And I'm here, and I may be coming with a college, but I'm actually here at a human level, because I understand what this means and what this and the principles that we have when we work, when the team are here, is that we say yes. And Dan, Jason, all the team, anyone who's ever been here, Charlie, all your team, they live it. You know, the amount of times that this organic relational system we have here, which we've struggled to describe at times, it's that blended approach to, you know, there is no wrong door here, and it's so holistic in the way that you've blended in, adopted us as a project, and CLC have made a commitment to 3 years growth with us to multiple sites across Cambridgeshire, so they're a big part of our journey. So firstly, massive appreciation to CLC for that.
Thank you. In terms of adult learning, what's the age range?
It's 19 plus.
19 plus, okay.
Because there is like a gap between 18 and 19.
Yes, yeah.
I know people, if they are in education, they can still sort of feel that a little bit. But I was unaware of adult education until I joined CRC.
You're a professional musician.
I know, I'm normally got it in my mouth. But Yeah,
Eat the mic when you're singing.
I didn't know about it until I joined, and it opened my eyes to what's available, because I went to what was Hunton Regional College. That's my last endeavour with education, to get my level 3 carpentry and joinery, and I thought that was it. But to give the opportunity to go and upskill and learn so much from what I was doing, and because we mostly deal with working with unemployed people, so we want to give them the opportunity to get a new career path, or even just to sort of improve confidence and well-being, because we all know it can be tough out there for individuals. And sometimes, if you've been unemployed for a long time, it's to try and get back to a routine, which I know that from when I'm teaching, or even when I'm speaking to people, it's to give them a little bit of insight, a little bit of hope in what they can achieve. I never thought I'd gone on and trained to be a teacher. My friends sort of took the mick a little bit, because I can't believe you're a teacher, Dan. But I think I said it in my thing, which was shared on social. I have taught over about 500 people, mainly doing sort of health and safety course. But it's I've taken a lot of pride in what I do. I want to help people. I want to give people a chance to better their lives and give them a different outlook of what they can do.
Is it because there is an expectation of what a teacher looks like? You just said a minute ago, like,
it's interesting, isn't it?
yeah. Oh, mates, like, you never thought you was a teacher.
Yeah.
Why? You've got experience and an understanding and qualification to be able to pass information.
It is
on.
that thing, because I know when I was at school, apart from primary school, big up Little Paxton School.
My little one's there now.
Yeah, excellent. I loved it there, but secondary school I hated that element of being at school.
Right.
I didn't do that well at school, but lucky enough, I'm very sort of hands-on and sort of practically minded, so I could go into a trade, which I enjoyed, did well, but my body has not enjoyed that element of it. But so there's that stigma with some teachers, but I like to think I'm a little bit more chilled. But then again, like within our whole department, adult education, it's a different
vibe.
Yeah, people expect to come into a classroom, put your hand up to go to the toilet, and things like, no, it's relaxed.
None of that.
As long as you behave and sort of don't go.
But there's also an element. I mean, I'm a teacher. I did a preparing to teach in the lifelong sector years ago when I was training in first aid, and so I've taught adults. And what I always found when I was teaching adults is how, like, what's the word, institutionalised adults are after school. So I'd sit in a room full of adults, and I'd be like, I say, hey, do this, and I'll show the mannequins, and then it'd be like, and I'll go, yeah, go for it, and I go, can I just need to pop to the lid? I'd be like, oh, just go, weird, like, and it's that they've still got that mentality of, and it's that, that's how it was, and they've kind of almost forgotten that actually they've got autonomy as an adult, and guess they need to step out for whatever reason, as long as they give me the thumbs up to say that they're all right. I don't need to hands up, but just. Because I then, as in terms of safeguarding, making sure they're all right, that's what I've got to do. But they're still ingrained with you must stand up in a line, you must put your hand up, you must. And that's so damaging for some of them, some.
I know with certain schools, it wasn't as regimental when I was at school, but there is that element of that regiment to try and get you
conform
into that sort of career mode. But then even with work, it can be quite regimental. But it's to give people a bit of sort of freedom to express themselves. I'm big on creation. I'm big on big on creativity and sort of promoting it. Even people within my session, if anyone says that they do this, I have an element in my session where I ask people what they're proud of doing, what they've achieved. People say kids. Some people say they've kicked like drink or drug habits. One person even said, like, I'm proud because I've climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. I was like, that's amazing. As I'd love to sort of promote that sort of mentality within my sessions. So
and that's culture. What you're doing there is you're facilitating learning, and that's a thing that's a bit different
between teaching and facilitating.
I think that's how I would kind of
because now I've got one child in doing GCSE mode. I just want to take 5 seconds to take some breaths. GCSE mode, horrible. Regurgitation of information, brutal, regurg. And I've got one son who's at CRC.
Oh, really? What are they doing?
He's doing a business studies course, yeah. So we're looking at his pathways out at the moment. And he loves it. You know, it's a lot less regimented. He's got a lot more freedom. And he's really kind of feeding on it.
Loads of pathways.
Exactly, he's got loads of pathways, whereas my daughter wants to try and, she wants to do something specific, so she's down the pathway. And again, no problem with either of them. What I like about it is they're both aware of the pathways that would best suit them and their personalities and what they want to do, rather than us being parents. You will go do this and you will go to university, and I can't afford university.
So one thing we don't have in St Neots, Kerry, is we don't have a further education facility in the town. So there were the two big catalyst data points for this project to exist, was 1, no job centre, and 2, no further education. So from your perspective, how has this project kind of bridged that gap?
It's been really great because in a way, it's a bit like the students taking me to CRC, because I wouldn't have had the courage at 28 when I went to do my adult hairdressing. I wouldn't have had the courage to walk in the door. So it's a glorified version of that, where loads of people can come and have that sort of first step discussion, and then they can get the right guidance, and then that guidance can go, whether it's to CRC or whatever area they need to go into, or employment. But the atmosphere here, whenever I've come, is always so sociable. You don't realise you're doing it.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it all.
And it's so good.
It's soft, it's beautiful.
So
I remember when we first met, I did a talk in, I think it was some like golf club or something, wherever. It was a weird one. And then, you know, these things you get invited to. And then I finished talking, and she stood up, we'd never met before. Someone get Sarah? Yeah. And she's just like, whoa, my guy. And it was like, energy, right, okay, cool.
I was going to self-combust.
This is what she said to me.
Speaking on something that,
And I didn't have a particularly good time at school, because I didn't find out I was dyslexic till I was 40. I was doing my Dettles. And I wasn't allowed to doodle in class, and I wasn't allowed to do this or do that. But once CRC allowed me to be an adult learner and help me get my maths, it was just, I celebrated in the car park, because it's such an achievement.
It is.
But I wouldn't have done it without that stepping stone, and that's what this is.
I think it's really interesting, isn't it? Because, like I say, it is that stepping stone. But also, where I suppose my appreciation sits, like the access to education, absolutely, but also your involvement in social action. You're here now, not because there's someone to sign up for a college course, but to speak up in regards to wellness and that social action piece and that civic participation. You guys always want to be involved. You always want to be part of the conversation for your students, but also for yourselves.
Yeah, because there's been elements, like I say, because I'm normally aim to be here every week, because we do get people contact the hub to make appointments to see somebody here. Yeah. But sometimes just that you get someone walk in, and it is just a bit of advice. They're not interested in doing the courses. They might want to ask a bit about their CV. I'm not saying I'm the best at CVs, but I can sort of run my eye over it to know what it really should potentially look like. And it's just have that interaction, to have that sort of conversation. And I'm not the most vocal person. People know me, know I don't feel comfortable talking. But I do thrive of sort of talking to people where they're sort of getting benefit from it.
You meet them where they're at, right?
Yeah, that's it. I try to sort of help them the best I can. Whether my advice, they take my advice away and it's going to change their life.
You can't control that.
Autonomy over choice, yeah.
I'll try and sort of help them as much as I can.
But you're doing it, man, and it's
and what I love about this, and that's why I asked, right, when you said about adults, like what age is it? You probably missed the conversation this morning. We're talking about what age is adults. Yeah. Because Seb is about to turn 18, and the day before he turns 18, he's going to be a 17-year-old, and the day after, he's going to be an adult, right? Yeah. And nothing's changed. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Apart from the way in which the system sees him. Yeah. And similarly, my daughter, when she reaches that age. And so when you talked about, from 19 onwards, I'm like, they're still young. I know they're seen as adults, so they haven't necessarily got it all worked out by then, and so therefore, what's the gap? That gap.
It's because I even taught like a 16 to 18-year-old group, which was like we called Return to Study. It's now called Meta. Basically, is that sort of 16 to 18, they're on the course, they're not enjoying it, they're not engaging, for example, or they don't know what they want to do, so they're going onto this course as a stopgap, just to try and keep them in education, improve their sort of English and math skills, and then eventually go on to bigger and better things within the college, or even outside the college if they wanted to.
That's really good. I like that.
It's a great, especially because of COVID. I noticed it with the groups I'm teaching. They sometimes push me, but at the end of it, I could see appreciation of what they'd done. I was more happy the fact that they achieved what they needed to do, hoping that they could potentially go on within the college, and seeing some of them around the colleges and that saying hello to me. I felt weird when people said hello, sir. So
it's a bit weird. Yeah. So my son was one of those years at COVID child. So years 7 and 8, he wasn't at school.
Big social break.
Big social year actually, and he missed out on those years. And actually, I think when the world kind of went back to normal, they were expected to just go back to normal. But what was normal? 2 years of homeschooling with parents who don't like school is very difficult because, and we were invested in it, trust me, but it became more invested in the fact that you should be doing it versus, actually, this is really hard. We're not qualified. The relationship is different. They're not engaging in the same way. What's the minimum viable product that we can do by way of keeping them motivated and educated? And then finding out that all they did with those papers for 2 years was just put them in the bin. Didn't even look at them. I'm like, oh my gosh. Do you know how painful that was to get them to sit there for X amount of hours a day? So to hear that, you know, they want to be there or they're trying to find out what's good for them in order to make the next step is really is a really good idea. I love that. I love the fact.
I think as well for us, like for the community, having you guys here and we create, and these success stories are compounding. So over time, we're seeing all these success stories coming through, and we're nominated for a Beacon Award with you guys, which is amazing, through the Association of Colleges. Like, you've been such a big part of this. What that's doing, because we have a similar stance on education. If I'm honest with you, before I met you guys, before I met at Cambridge Regional College, and your team, and you came at a human level, and you met me at a citizen level, I wasn't interested in having any conversation with pretty much any educational institution in the world. But what that's done is create an opportunity for us as a community to have a conversation about education
and shaping it,
and have it. I remember this lovely. We had a co-design session in here with around education, citizen gathering through St Neots Initiative, and it was wonderful, wasn't it? We were all chucking paper airplanes around and whatever. But actually, what the message there was, I think I started with a provocation. I said, "Well, look." We think in this room, we're going to hold a space to say, well, it's not realistic for one organisation, would be CRC or Australia or whoever, it's not realistic to expect every person to come out of that with a positive socio-economic outcome. Yeah. But it is realistic and to be expected that we as a town can provide every person who lives here access to opportunity in education. And that's, that is about autonomy when that person's ready. 14-year-old father here being told to just focus on your GCSEs, ain't going to happen, mate. Sorry. So understanding that, and I think that's one of the big, it's soft, and if you can't be, it's just another signal. I talk about these signals all the time, but the opportunity you've given to the community to say, hey, CLC are putting their trust in us and they're coming to us. That gives us an opportunity to have a conversation. I think that's powerful.
But it is a two-way street, isn't it? Because Grace came to the college.
Yes, she did. Yes, that was fabulous.
We created the aeroplanes with Jason.
Oh, brilliant.
Had a group of international principals and heads of department from China. Oh, wow. So Grace took control of that with Jason. So that was really good.
Yeah.
And every time Jason works in our team, every time Jason comes back, he has something that we hook onto, and vice versa. And I think between the organisations, we will make a massive difference, and we already are.
I think so.
It's a little bit exciting, isn't it?
It is
exciting.
And I was in a school group and a college group where people went up the mountain And my teacher at the time was a lady at Huntington College with my teacher training. And she said to me, Kerry, you've just got to accept that you're going to have to go round, but you will get there. And then I did.
Just a different way, right?
That's that lived experience again.
Love that.
What's interesting, and there's a massive, obviously there's a huge challenge around shortage of teachers and whatever else in the country, and that's, that is an epidemic in itself. But what you both exercise there is your lived experience. Both of you said, well, I was a builder, so I'm going to use those skills to teach. I was a hairdresser, and you saw that as an adult education outcome, and you were dragged into the college. And I think that's...
They wanted to train me up.
What's beautiful there is there are opportunities in our country, hopefully before I leave this earth, where we can start to accredit that kind of lived experience, and that's enough. That's enough to, if you can hold space and you've got some experiences that one before, the roots of an apprentice, if you look at the origin of an apprentice, it's, I do not learn very well academically, so I'm going to follow you around and watch what you do and do it. That's it. And then obviously education grabs stuff and starts to wrap it in terms and stuff.
Bureaucracy around skill, right?
Whatever. But ultimately what you're showing, you're exercising here, and you're doing it in action in the hub, is you're creating a chance for us as a community, at least here, in where we can control, where we can create those real pathways into rebuilding their relationship with education. So eventually, obviously, got this training room, you guys are delivering training on site. People come in here, they're like, well, this is the college. Yeah, this for you is, for now. And eventually they'll then transition, and that's fine, right?
Because we've had it a few times. Also, I'll get to mention what we have.
Please do that now.
We do have a course running up, but because we have people that do struggle to get to one of the campuses, Huntington or Cambridge, and also if they're parents, it's hard to try and get education, try and learn, but obviously get back to do the school run. But that's why it's a great opportunity to be able to train here and give those in the local area to ability to come learn, and then obviously get back to their lives of being full-time parents as well. But we obviously show this. So we got these posters. They'll be sort of in the Citizen Hub. They include QR codes and things like this. And this takes you directly to what we call an IAG eligibility form. That's just to check your eligibility, because basically you can get this education for free. And that's the amazing thing I find from this whole situation is I thought that was it. You want to retrain, you have to pay for it. Of course, there's sort of limits.
Levels, yeah.
It's limits to what you can earn and things like this. But it's amazing to know that you can go to establishment, to a college, to even here and train. Actually coincide with this amazing event, which I think you two guys need a round of applause anyway for what you're doing. So we've basically, we're going to put on a mental health and stress awareness course. It's basically like a 3-day course, parent hours, 10 a.m. till 2:30. So you come here, you learn about the basics of mental health and stress, about what help's available as well. But also we're throwing what we call an Employability Award, which looks at your own mindset. Because I think it's good to be able to assess your own mindset qualities, to know what you're good at, and as a positive sort of outlook on life. But also as well, which we find for a lot of people, is the CV part, because people think, I've worked all my life, I've never had a CV in my life, which is a lot of
scary for a lot of people.
Definitely.
Scary.
But this offers the opportunity to be able to do that as well. You get the trainers there to guide you through what should be in it and to give you the ability to write your CV as a basic sort of set, or for example, if you're applying for something, you can even tailor it to what you're looking for as well. So if you are interested, get in contact with the Hub, come down the Hub, or just contact me. Well, I'm sure we'll share this.
You can stick it on our Insta, our Facebook.
Fantastic.
Amazing. So, well, thank you.
If anyone's interested in apprenticeships, the age, I mean, I was 28, you can be any age.
Yeah.
Come and talk to Jason, come here. Talk to him.
Yeah, I mean, he basically lives here, so you're all right. He'll be here. Brilliant.
The other thing as well that I was thinking while I was listening to you, I did 12 till 3.
Did you really?
Then
Did
I
you?
woke up at 10
Oh, I
to
see,
4
yeah, yeah.
and you were
Wow.
So
singing.
SK is over there. So SK, who you were talking
Yes.
about, his lovely art.
Yes.
Robin's.
Yeah, he loves. You
I'll
got a
be
fan.
your first purchase.
You got a big fan.
And then I came around about 10 to 4 and people were singing karaoke songs.
What was happening? Were we singing? I don't even remember.
It said, what's your favourite karaoke song?
Oh, who was singing? Roland was singing on. Roland was singing from Spain.
I went, I
Yeah.
hope I'm not on film because I started...
So FYI, his favourite karaoke songs, which are really weird as a combination, were Barbie Girl,
Oh.
Firestarter.
Oh, wow.
What was the? And Sweet Caroline.
They are three very
They're
different. Yeah,
songs.
very different.
And then he proceed to sing them.
Oh,
yeah.
love that.
At 4 in the morning.
Love that for us.
So I wish
Midnight
you
hours
weren't
are
switched
interesting.
off.
Oh, bless. Yeah, I'll skip out of that one.
Well, bless you heart. Thank you so much.
I just wanted to say that
Oh.
the bigger picture for all of the courses or whatever people decide to do for hairdressing, it's the well-being.
Yeah.
Some people tell their hairdresser
Oh,
the
yeah.
Everything.
most in-depth thing.
We had this conversation earlier.
We therefore do try to help them to support somebody if they start to say things
Yeah.
that are a little bit out of their comfort zone so they can get them to the right people. And we're also working on our wellness Wednesdays for
Nice,
you
yes, I know, yeah.
with the art, colouring books. We're going to sort that all
Yeah.
out, some doodling because it helps people think.
Does indeed, yeah.
And then sports, health checks, well-being checks,
Beautiful.
body stats. So we'll put a programme together now. Our exact January.
In amongst it. You're in amongst it.
Nice.
They're in amongst
Love
it. Yeah,
that.
lovely.
Bespoke delivery
Because we need to look after the people if they are in that.
Yeah, we do.
environment.
We need to look after each other. Full stop.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you. Thank
Right,
you very much
thank you
for coming
so
on. Bless you.
much. Gosh, this time is going so
Appreciate you, man.
quickly.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for coming on. So nice to meet you.
Amazing. Yeah, give these guys a round of applause. Give me a hug. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on. Nice to meet you. Thank you for all you do. See you soon. Who's on this?